after we tried to organize, he was sent a notice to leave the park in 3 days. We have a family working for 10 years. The only what we're looking for when we try to organize is to get a good work, good condition, good salary. And he didn't care.
You know, the struggle for these 4 workers known as the Benjamin H. Realty workers is not new. They labored in unsafe and unfair conditions for years. They spent almost a year and a half fighting for collective bargaining rights. It's been a year since they were unlawfully fired from their jobs. And it may be some time before they are rehired and they have a union they have fought for to be recognized. Their hardships extend beyond the dangerous work itself. Since asking for better conditions, they were fired from their jobs and evicted from the company-owned housing. But as one Benjamin H. Realty 4 said to me last week, they feel like the fight is no longer just about themselves and their co-workers. It is about exploited workers everywhere. It is about fighting for the principles of fairness, justice, and dignity.
We move as much as our proper hand. We do demolition with his business have a lead certificate. We never know about it. We work in electrical plumbing with the law and the license to do this kind of work. And we are forced to do that, to do the job.
Just imagine going to a job and being forced to work for hours and for less money than you were promised. Day in and day out, you are asked to face danger. You're asked to remove asbestos with your bare hands, and then you're told that you have to ignore when you're getting sick at the job. Until one day, you and your co-workers decide that that's the end, that you're going to fight back. And imagine that when they bring the claim to the employer just ignores it, and instead resolving the issue, the employer fires them, and then the workers get evicted, and then they're threatened with an investigation because they may not be documented, they may not have documents. Anyone who faces this situation and continues to persist is not just fighting for their own rights, they're fighting for all of us.
And the U visa is to say that if someone is exploited or is the victim of domestic abuse or in some other way their status in this country is used against them, to not come forward and to go to law enforcement, or in this case to go to the National Labor Relations Board and say we were discriminated against simply because we tried to organize in our pursuit to join a union and because of our status, and they used that against us. This is a landmark case. It is a landmark case because the U visa under existing law has never been used yet for labor violations. And the NLRB has certified for these particular workers that in fact a U visa should be considered by the Department of Homeland Security. And that's what we're talking about here in East Orange. A landmark case to create history, to treat all workers fairly. And we will not cease until we get to that point.
We are only looking for a good job and good condition labor. Nothing else. And he fired us.
What you, Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel.